Warning, there will be spoilers for Corpse Princess Shikabane Hime. If you want to watch the anime, go watch it. Also, this is a very spooky episode. Woo! Okay, but love you, bye. It's spooky season time. Well, it is spooky season time, and I decided I wanted to do another anime review, this time on a horror. So this is a
very special, very scary episode of an honest anime review.
Today, we will be discussing the true horrors of the anime Corpse Princess Shikabane Hime. And I'm only going to be talking about the anime and not the manga. Now, this anime review will be a little bit different. We will do a quick rundown of the show, like always, and explain why it wasn't renewed and will forever be an unfinished anime. Then we will discuss the true meaning behind the anime, which starts off wholesome, but turns truly horrifying. Let's start off with why it, and anime in general, gets renewed for additional seasons. Now, it's super simple, right? It does high viewership, which means more money, but that's only half the thing in Japan. See, the puzzle in Japan is also adding in how much the manga gets sold after the anime has come out. So pretty much popularity of both. The closest one I can draw in my head here in America is like 13 Reasons Why. You know, Netflix had a great first season, and then they're like, oh hey, this is super popular, you know, look at all these book sales, we can make another season. And so they did, and the show got worse because pretty much they added whatever the fuck they wanted to that show, just because the first book, they already covered everything within the first season. So that, like I said, that's pretty much the closest draw I can get from like American standpoints that people who don't watch anime. Now, usually the manga for an anime is pretty much wrapped up or super popular in Japan and is ongoing. I'm looking at an anime I shall not name because then you guys will make me review it. 1,000 episodes of this fucking anime that you guys want me to review are epilogues. So, fuck you. In a loving way, of course. Let's get on to the rundown of the anime. We are introduced to our main character, Ori, and he is sneaking around his orphanage, which the man that brought him in ended up being a father and a brother to him. We are introduced to our main character, Ori, and he is speaking We are Majapa, but he ends up calling him brother throughout the entire show. Ori's father-brother person guy name is Keisei. The woman he is standing over is Makina. I don't know if I mentioned this, but he's standing over a girl. Makina. Later we find out that Makina is a Shikabane, which is a corpse that has come back to life because of mass regret when they died. But here is her difference. She is a Shikabane Hime, which means corpse princess. We said the title of the show, baby. Woo! For Shikabane Hime, there is a person called a contracted monk for them, and that person will give up their life force form thing. They call it rune. Anyways, they give up essentially their life force to allow the Shikabane Hime to gain more power and keep on living without becoming a Shikabane. And once a Shikabane kills 108 Shikabane, it's weird, man. I swear. I love it though. It's not really weird. Once a Shikabane Hime kills 108 Shikabane, they can go to heaven. Once Ori finds out about Keisei being a contracted monk, specifically to Makina, he is told to stay out of it, but Ori couldn't resist as he kind of fell in love with Makina. We are now into the necrophiliac anime now. Woo! Oh boy. Oh boy. Now, as they are giving us some lore and plot dumping, again, I don't want to explain lore and plot dumping to you guys because I do highly recommend you guys do go out and watch these animes that I review because they are bangers, and for the most part, most of them are short so far. We've only done 3. This one is an unfinished anime. Kamikatsu I don't know if it has or hasn't been renewed for a second season, and The Eminence in Shadow is still releasing their second season. So, so far I've only been covering stuff that has 1 season. As we do more and more anime, we will get to the longer animes. Not that one, I promise. Maybe once we hit a mill, we'll start doing this one. But I'm still not going to say it. This will be the forbidden name of an anime that I will refuse to cover until you guys get me to 1 million subscribers. So if you guys want to see that bullshit as an honest anime review, get me to 1 mil. Anyways, back to our corpse princess Shikabane Hime stuffs. We finally get to the meat and potatoes of the show, where we meet the enemies of the show, the traitorous monk that I don't even remember his name. They mainly just call him the traitorous monk, so what's the point of memorizing his name? And then the other set of main evil enemies, the 7 Stars. The 7 Stars is a group of advanced Shikabane who just so happened to kill Makina, and that is why Makina became a Shikabane Hime, to kill them and get revenge. The traitorous monk kind of does dick all except say, how much he wants to kill all Shikabane, and makes a pact with the 7 Stars, which is very contradicting. One of the 7 Stars and the traitorous monk attack Keisei and Makina, and Ori was kind of poltergeisted, sorta, earlier on in the day for this little bit. But anyways, essentially the 7 Stars Shikabane was able to control him, and he ended up stabbing Keisei. After Ori does this, Ori fights out of the abductingness of his body and realizes he stabbed his brother, which is sad. Honestly, pretty sad. You come out of a trance and then you realize you stabbed your sibling. Like, fuck, dude. Well, technically not his sibling, his father figure / brother figure. Look, man, look. Family's whoever you want it to be. Like, for real, family's family, no matter who they are, and it's always up to you who family is. You heard, like my boy Gorilla Chaos, he's family.
2 best friends in a room, they might kiss.
Anyways, oh shit, I'm funny as shit. Keisei then transfers his contract with Makina over to Ori, and then Ori goes to train as a monk. But kinda before he goes out to train as a monk, the leaders of the Shikabane Hime and contracted monks take Makina to hold her hostage, pretty much. And Ori and a contracted monk and another Shikabane Hime. There's way too many contracted monks and Shikabane Hime, but this specifically contracted monk was one of his brother's friends whenever he was training to be a monk. Same thing with the traitorous monk, but this one isn't the traitorous monk. Look, there's too much to like I said, traitorous monk, they just refer to him as traitorous monk so many times, and I never caught the name of the actual monk that ends up saving Makina with Ori. By the way, they end up saving Makina from pretty much the leaders of the place that's against Shikabane, the people who pretty much are like, yeah, you can have Shikabane Hime only if you do this, 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 and this. That's whenever they truly go and become a duo after they break Makina out, so that, you know, they can go to train and become contracted monk in Shikabane Hime. And it matters a whole lot of bonds when it comes to like having Shikabane Hime and a contracted monk. Makina is forced to break her bond with Keisei, and she resists it and then runs away. She is then captured again, and as they're driving her back to the section of the leadership people, guys, since she ran away from having her bond severed with Keisei. There arrived a Shikabane in the form of Keisei, which is fucked as shit. Like, imagine one of your friends fucking dying, right? And they end up just coming back in front of you. Like, bro, you know how fucked up that's gotta be? Like, in your own heart? Like, dude, I can't even think of that. Because, like, if one of my friends who died, bro, if I saw them one more time, holy fuck, that would mind fuck the shit out of me. That's the true, that's part of the true scary part, you know, like, you see family members and, you know, people you once knew back alive, you know, that's kind of fucking terrifying, and whether they're evil or not, you know, you're like, what the fuck, I literally just saw you in a casket yesterday, you know. Anyways, that happens a couple times in this anime. It is one of the 7 stars, though, and Ori stops it from killing Makina, and then she helps kill the Shikabane from the 7 stars. Once the Shikabane is defeated, another 7-star Shikabane shows up, and they like balloons. Like, they kill people with strings, and also turns them into balloons. And happy, like, this Shikabane likes happiness. We'll get into why in a second once we look. I always jump ahead of myself. It always happens, but we'll get into why this Shikabane likes happiness. We also learn that the 7 stars created Makina to make the face of their goals have an enemy to keep her going. We get some type of Five Nights at Freddy's carnival version where fucking Makina and our balloon Shikabane start to face off. The balloon, like I said earlier, the balloon Shikabane feeds on happiness to kill people. And she chokes them kind of with the balloon laces to take their happiness and kill them. Yeah, that's how the Shikabane kills people. All sorts of weird, honestly, like, it ends up being a child Shikabane that was poisoned by her parents with themselves at a carnival, which really starts out, you know, the true horrors into the show, because, like, fuck. Again, the darkness of that is fucked. Like, in the show, it shows how much of a fun time the kid is having, and, you know, what she thinks she's doing with her being so, I guess, naive and ignorant, but, like, ignorant because she's a child and doesn't understand a lot of things. Anyways, yeah, it's all sorts of fuck, since, you know, they're going on this is it a merry-go-round? No, merry-go-round goes like this. It's I can't think of it. A carnival wheel. That's it, right? Maddie. What's a carnival wheel called?
Ferris wheel?
That one, the Ferris wheel.
Dumbass.
Thanks, editor, for giving me that. For those of you who watch my shorts, y'all know, or will know. Look, go follow my TikTok and all my other socials, like Instagram and, like, all my music shit. Anyways, and poisoning her and themselves, which is truly, like, honestly fucked.
Like, don't get me wrong, I understand of, you know, not being able to afford living and stuff like that, but, bro, don't fucking take out your life and end up taking your kids with it. Don't take your life in general. Don't take any life in general, because, dude, it's, especially when it's a child, it's this is the part of the anime, and I was all like I already knew it was kind of dark, but like once this hit, I was like, fuck. Now, and earlier on in the anime, in a part I didn't really cover, just because it's kind of fluffing, just to get us a little bit of lore and plot. There is another kind of thing that we do with this, like where a bunch of kids die, and all they want to do is just keep playing, and they go to their favorite place of playgroundness. But regardless, it's fucked, because at the end of the day, the Shikabane Hime still have to kill the children Shikabane. But we don't kill our little girl abductee, fucking balloon killer of death girl. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to go on a little bit of a rant on that, just because that is so fucked. Anyways, at the end of her battle with Balloon Girl, that's what I'm gonna call it. Shikabane is Balloon Girl. Makina's abducted again. Like, at this point, it's like Peach with Bowser or Zelda with Ganon. Like, bro, why the fuck do you just keep on letting yourself get fucking abducted? They really like getting abducted there over in Japan in like their video games and TV shows, apparently. But this time it is by the 7 stars. So 3 different people, or 2 different people, sets of people have tried and successfully gotten Makina in their possession. We also find out that Ori's birth mom was a Shikabane, which makes him a Shikabane, kind of, sort of. Look, it's hard to explain, because they don't really go into it initially. Look, the next 7 stars member we see is Ori's brother. Like, his real brother? I don't know. He kind of just claims him. He kind of just calls him brother, and just says your mother when he talks to him, like, because your mother killed and ate all of us because she was a Shikabane, and he was super jealous that he was the only one who actually lived. So I guess he's not a Shikabane, but like I said, they really didn't clarify that. Now let's get back to how he sort of is a Shikabane. He's haunted by a cat throughout the entire show, which it is all the souls of all of the kids his mom had killed, and he then gets his body taken over by their goo and shit like that. Once the souls kind of figure out, hey, this 7 stars member doesn't really have the same goals that we have, since we ended up learning Ori and how he is and who he is, they end up joining together with Ori and decided to help protect him. Honestly, this part of the anime is kind of hard to explain with all that happens and then telling you guys. It's an entire episode you guys should watch. Genuinely, you should watch the entire anime in general. Definitely an episode you should go and watch. Also, fucking banger intro for the show. In the last couple episodes, they have like an overture of the intro. I think it's the last episode. They have an overture of the intro song, and it is just so beautifully done. I already like the intro as much as it was, with what it was, and then what they did for an overture just made it 10 times better. So, you're welcome. Ori and Makina then kill his brother Shikabane guy thing person. Yeah. Then, the 7 stars just make some 747s crash and turn a metric shitload of people into Shikabane. Which practically turns the show into some fucking zombie type shit. Anywho, The traitorous monk turns on the 7 stars and gets Death herself on his side. Look, while Machina was abducted by the 7 stars, the traitorous monk was also there, but Machina ended up fighting Death herself, because Death herself is the main person that the 7 stars want to keep, going, especially since she has no idea who the fuck she is. Anyways, we'll get to that maybe. I don't remember if I wrote it to my script, but we may get into it. Anyways, we then get an epic showdown between Death and Machina, part 2. We then get lore dump on the traitorous monk and his original Shikabane Hime. Meanwhile, the Shikabane Hime's bonds get severed, but were reconnected due to the bond that they have for each other, not just contractual. The traitorous monk then contradicts himself again, and also lost his bond with Death. So now we got a wild Death just out there. Death just fucking uppercut karate chop. She's just like, ha-cha! Ha-cha! Like, just fucking uppercut karate chops the fucking traitorous monk to absolutely fucking obliterate him, and it is beautiful. Because fuck that guy. Anyways, Death and the only surviving member of the 7 stars somehow just teleports away. Somehow he survived, but they just teleport away. Then Ori and Machina find our Death and 7 star member, and Machina starts fighting to make Death remember who she was. And that is the last we get of the main story. We have 1 episode of lore, but it is of Keisei before Machina and before Ori knew anything about Shikabane and Shikabane Hime. And that's pretty much the show. Now, let's get into the meaning of the show. Obviously, one of them is, don't have regrets when you die. But another darker meaning is fighting against death to live, which is more tame, but the true horror of the show, honestly, is that no matter what we do, we cannot escape death, even if we are in control of that option, which to me is horrific. And like I said, seeing family members come back to life after they either just recently died or you just got over the mourning period, and you see them come back, it just takes your heart out again. Even though I don't know the person like face to face, or I never met them or anything, but when Bray Wyatt died, holy shit, or Wyndham Rotunda, WWE person, God rest there. May he rest his soul. May his soul rest, man, because he was something different, and I can only imagine what his kids are going through, what his wife is going through, and to only think of him coming back to life as this evil being, like, it's just all sorts of fucked, honestly. I can't, really put into any other words, like, even my friend Alex, if he came back to life, I would lose my shit, because I'm still mourning, honestly. It's been fucking 5 years almost. In December it'll be 5 years, and I'm still mourning, because, he truly made me push on into music more, and continue to kind of inspire me to keep on doing it, even after his death. But, yeah, anyways, to get out of this super sad, dark spot, this show is an incomplete anime, and we will never get the conclusion to it. The manga has finished, so if you wish to finish the story, you have to look for the manga. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys aren't too scared of the show to go and watch it. Okay?